Okay, YouTubers and space detectives, this is Joe from ArtAlienTV. Now today, I've got a really interesting image, and this is it. And it's from the Navcam, again, on the Curiosity rover, Sol 3224. This was taken a while back, a year or so ago, probably a year and a half ago, something like that. I've been going right back through them all and finding loads of crazy stuff that we all missed. And this is a crazy image. Now, I'm going to show you this on the page first to prove that this is real. Okay, this is absolutely real. We have an object, like a streak, coming down here at the bottom, and above it, there's another one going in the opposite direction, going up. So we've got a long one at the bottom, right, and a shorter one at the top in the darker part of the image. It's darker at the top there. What I've done is I put it up on my Gigapan site here, on my Gigamacro site, and if you want to get the original image, click up here on the right and click on the NASA link, and that will take you to this page, okay? So there we are. I mean, all I can do really is show you the clips I've got. I mean, this is insane. Now, I don't think these are meteors. A, they're the wrong colour. Meteors, when they come into an atmosphere, burn up and burn in a bright colour. Okay, so these should be white if they were meteors coming in. Mars does have an atmosphere, although it's supposed to be a lot thinner than ours, and it's 95% carbon dioxide. It's different. But the point is, if these were actual meteors, they would burn up on the way in, or at least partially burn up on the way in. Even with a thinner atmosphere, the object would heat up. It would just take longer to heat up than it would do when it would hit our atmosphere. Okay? So I don't think these are meteors because they're the wrong colour. In other words, they're black, they're dark. There's the bottom one there, close up. So look at the top one. This is raw, by the way, this clip, raw image. There's the top one. The top one, I think, is probably closer because it seems thicker and more defined. But this may be another rod UFO, like I've shown before. I don't think these are meteors. Either that or they're missiles, because basically they have a black trail. Now, I think this one's going down because it's darker at the bottom here, and it gets lighter as it goes to the top. If I show you with the magnifier, there's the top. It's got this weird ball on the end, so it may be going up, but from what I can tell, it's darker at the bottom, which usually means that is the direction it's going in. But I could be wrong here. This is weird. This may be an object like a missile going up and away from us. Okay? Now, another reason I don't think these are meteors is that they're going the wrong way. The one at the top here is going up and to the left, because you can see the smudge behind it. So this may be a rod UFO, and this may be a missile or something else, or another object, because we can see on the end, the ball, there's like a little blob on the end. Just there, see? We have a sphere-shaped object, or round object, roundish object, and then the trail behind it comes down, but it gets darker at the bottom. Now, and there's also something right here as well. Just here, coming off it. So, who knows? This could actually be a meteor. This one that's breaking up into parts. And we have a part at the top here and a part there. Who knows? Absolutely insane. Let me show the enhanced clips because they're a bit darker and a bit brighter. And what I've done is I've made a nice collage of clips here for you, and this will be up on Mars Magazine later today. So if you want to get this, you can download it from there. It will be on the top of the page. You can download it for free. Right, here it is full screen. Now, the top one is the lower object, and this one here is the upper object. And what I've got here is I've got a clip of that raw image, a narrow clip, to try and show you them both together, but it's difficult because they're quite a long way apart. So you've got one at the bottom like I just showed you here, which looks like it's going down. It has a blob on the end and a blob there, and a thicker bit here as well. And then we have the one at the top here, which I just showed you, going up. These butte-like structures are at the base of Mount Sharp, so we're kind of looking at the lower slopes of Mount Sharp, looking up. And you can actually see the blob on the end there. There's the blob, or ball on the end. There's the extra bit on the side there. So this may be a meteor, but I don't think the other one is. This is the other one up close. This, I think, may be another one of these rod objects. And only half of this is solid. The rest is blur, motion blur. So it's probably only solid up to there, and the rest is blurred. And it doesn't appear, neither of these appear in the image before or after. Unfortunately, this set of images, each image is taken around 37 seconds apart, approximately. There's the one with the meteors, or rods, one at the bottom, one at the top. The image before, not there, and the one after, they're not there either, but they're too far apart. If these images were taken in a closer sequence, like half a second apart, it might be a different story. So it's difficult to work out how fast these are going, but I would suggest that the lower one is going way faster. If you actually take a ruler line, this one's coming in, the bottom one is coming in like this, and the top one is going up from a, sort of down here and going up like this, right? So what the hell's going on here? Are these missiles? Is this a missile? Is it possible that this lower one is attempting to intercept this upper one, which seems to be going up? Now, this one seems closer and may not be going as fast. This one seems to be going twice as fast because the actual length of the trail on it, or the blur behind it, is at least double the length of this one at the top. And when you see them together, right, you can see that this one is literally way longer, the bottom one, than the top one, and is going at a slightly different angle. These are straight clips. These have been colorized, but I haven't changed the angle or anything. And you can see that's a slightly different angle. Who knows? I mean, if this was going to intercept that one, it would miss, because it's going like that, and this one's going like that. I don't know. I really don't know. This is absolutely incredible. To get two of these in one image is very, very unusual, I would say. To get two UFOs or whatever, even if they are meteors, which I don't think they are, but even if they were, to get two in one image is just not heard of, right? Not on Mars anyway. Absolutely unheard of. Is this one a rod UFO, like I've shown before? Now, there's not a lot of detail in it, but it seems to be solid up to about halfway, about there, just under halfway, and then it gets a lot fainter. So about a third is solid, much darker, then it goes fainter, and we've got a blur behind it. So this is obviously going up to the left. This seems to be going down and to the right, but only because this is darker here at the bottom. There seems to be something on the end, so this may be being launched from the ground and is travelling away from us and getting fainter because it's going away from us. So this could be a missile or object being launched, and for some reason is leaving either a smoke trail or is travelling so fast that it's in the single frame, it's appeared across the frame instead of in one spot. It's moving through the frame because the frame rate on this camera is, I think, 420 milliseconds. So this, in 420 milliseconds, it's traveled from there to there, right? Maybe. So this thing is moving at a much greater speed than this thing. I would say that would fit into that one to at least 3 times, almost 4 times the length of this. So that is going a lot faster than that, approximately 4 times the speed. And seems to be further away as well, so maybe even greater. Even greater. If this is further away, if you look at the luminosity of it, how dark or bright this is only about half as dark as this. Now this is in a darker part of the sky, but the actual object itself appears much darker. And this is raw, this bit. So you can see there is a difference in the actual darkness of the streak. I call these streaks because I really don't know what a lot of these are. Some I think are probably rod UFOs, like I've shown before. This one is just insane because we have another part coming off, a bit like a meteor coming in. So leave a comment below, let me know what you think, because I know a lot of you have been studying, like me, been studying UFOs for many, many years, since the 70s, like me, since the mid-70s. This one's got me perplexed because one's doing something and one's doing something else, it seems. They're not the same, and I don't think they're part of the same object. It is possible they are, but the trajectory is different. This one would go that way, and this one would go that way. They would cross. They would actually cross. If this one was going the other way, this one would hit it about here, somewhere in the middle, if this was going that way. Here's a negative of it anyway. I did some other clips. There's a negative, there's the top one. You can see, let's go a bit closer. You can see it's much thicker and denser at that end, the top end, than it is at the bottom. So it's going up. And this one, I really don't know. It seems to be going down because it's more dense at this end, but we have these objects behind it. So who knows? Here's a closer clip of that. And you can actually see that this is much darker than this one. And this is way longer than that one, okay? So who knows? Who knows what this is all about? But to see 2 in one image, crazy. Absolutely insane. There's the raw image. There's a negative. So these are a long way off, I would say, miles and miles away. Right? This cool in negative, actually. Some smaller clips. This is raw, this is enhanced. Close-up clip of that one. I think this has been brightened up. You can see that little dot on the end. So this has got me confused. I think this may be a meteor, but the problem is it's the wrong colour. Meteor streaks or flashes of light, you get like a white bright flash, like a little line in the sky. That's what you get. The same on Mars. You see them in a lot of these images, and I don't even bother reporting on them. There's so many. They don't show up black. So this is an anomaly. I would say a UFO, and we got 2 in one image. There's another clip. There's both together. And you can see how much darker the top one is. And that it seems to be going up. This one seems to be going down. Who knows? Absolutely insane. There's a negative, closer clip. There's a meme of that one. You can see the blob at the end, and one here. On the negative, one there and one there. So, who knows? What's going on here? 2 in one image that seem to be going in different directions. Or maybe this is something that's been launched from the ground and is trying to intercept this one up here. Who knows? Something very odd is going on in Gale Crater and on Mars. As I've shown in recent videos, check those out. Check out my recent UFO videos. There's some very strange things going on here, and we're not being told about it. We got drones spying on the rover. possibly intercepting the signals. We've got multiple objects in the sky at the same time, not just in this video, but in my one or two of my previous ones, where they look like they're having a dogfight or something. Is there a war still going on Mars? Are NASA trying to fight off an alien invasion? Or are the Martians trying to fight us off because we're the alien invaders? Absolutely insane. Let's go back to that one. I've got some even more nutty ones coming up. So keep your eye open for those. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.